Hi Morgan, come on in. Thank you for coming back again this week.
Sure.
I'd like to begin by just kind of going over how your week has been so far. How would you say it's going?
I don't know, I guess it's kind of the same. It's stressful and like my parents are happy that I'm coming here. I guess I'm kind of happy too. I'm not as worried about my mom fighting for custody of my kids, but I don't know, it's a stressful life.
Okay. So obviously your current situation is quite stressful for you. I think we're going to try everything we can to make sure that every time you feel stressed that there's always a solution. In that route, I'd love to discuss your goals. I think a middle session is a really important time to kind of reiterate the goals that you're working towards. So did you want to do that together?
Sure.
What is like your main 3 goals that we discussed to accomplish by the end?
Well, I definitely want to be secure and thinking that my mom isn't going to try and take my kids away.
Okay.
Also, I've thought about it and I'd like to proceed with getting my GED. I think that'd be
Great.
Best for my family.
Great.
Yeah, and then I don't know what the last one is. I guess I'd like to seek out some social welfare
Okay.
for myself.
Okay. Those are all 3 really good things, I think, to admit to yourself that you're going to work towards. I know at the beginning both the GED and social welfare were not programs that you were really excited about or wanting to work towards. So I think that as we go along and start to finish up our sessions, that it's really great to know that these are things that you want to do. Because those are both things that can continue well after our sessions and will really help you in the long run. So I commend you for those things.
Thanks.
One thing I'd love to ask you this week, just as we kind of build our relationship, do you find at all that you are religious or strong in any faith or spirituality at all?
Not anymore.
Okay. What do you mean not anymore? What?
Well, when I was growing up, I went to private school, so that meant church every Sunday and every Wednesday and religion classes every day for 8 years. I don't know, I guess it all changed later on. So.
What do you think changed it? Was there a moment in your life that changed how you thought about religion?
Well, I mean, first of all, I went to high school and that wasn't religious at all.
Okay.
And then I got pregnant, so
Okay.
I don't know, my parents were pretty pissed about that.
Okay.
You know, in the Bible they teach that if you have children out of wedlock, then, I don't know, you're damned or something.
Okay.
Like, you're just not supposed to, so I guess I'm going to hell or something
Sure.
like that.
So what I'm hearing is that you were religious almost just because of your schooling and your upbringing, and then you got pregnant and your parents felt disappointed, and you feel that your personal religion looks down upon that, and you feel that you can't practice your religion as much anymore. Do you
Yes,
feel
I
you
feel like
can't, or more that you just aren't interested?
I feel like I'm not supposed to, I guess, and I don't know, maybe I just don't have time for it anymore. It's really difficult having to hear about that stuff like every day of your life for so long, and then finally get to break loose. And
Okay.
I don't know, I guess going back to it's kind of tough.
Okay, well, if you're willing, I think one thing that could help, in no way does being religious mean you have to go to church or follow all of the guidelines. It definitely sounds to me like you practice Christianity, possibly your parents are Catholic. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. So there are a lot of different religions within the Christianity branch. There are a lot of different things you could do just personally to kind of help you relax. If you're open to that, we definitely have resources that I could connect you with in that way. But if not, we are not a religious affiliation at all. In no way do you have to do that. That is just one of the resources and the options that I would like to extend to you, because I know you know at least a little bit about religion.
Okay, I'll consider it.
Perfect. Great. So going back to what you said about your parents and how they felt when you got pregnant. Could you explain that time of your life to me a little bit? What you were going through, what they were going through, maybe your boyfriend as well, how you guys were during that time.
Well, like I told you last time, I was really good in school and I'm super involved, and I don't know, I guess you could say I had a bright future ahead and everything like that. My parents weren't thrilled, that's for sure. It was a really tough time. I was really afraid to tell them because I knew they would be mad at me because I had so much going for me, and then I just ruined it like that.
Okay. So I know you said you ruined it and that you had a bright future. I'd like to start by saying I believe that you still do have a bright future. I don't think you having children or not having a high school education in any way means that you don't have a bright future. But do you feel that that time in your life hindered your relationship with your parents, and maybe that's why you hold such resentment almost for them now?
I feel like they almost started treating me more like a child after I got pregnant.
Okay.
They got really protective of me, really strict rules, and I mean, what worse could happen to me? I was already pregnant. Like, I don't know what they were trying to protect me from. But I don't know, it definitely made our relationship a lot tougher than it was before.
So what I'm hearing is that your relationship with your parents got tougher as you became, or when you became pregnant, and they kind of reverted back and had less trust in you, more boundaries, more rules, and things like this. I think that that's normal for parents to feel kind of when their child gets pregnant, but it's also very normal for you to feel upset about it, for you to not understand why they would be feeling that way. So that is really normal. Would you be willing to kind of build those relationships back almost, and maybe speak with your parents even just a little bit about what you've been telling me and how you've been feeling?
I don't think our relationship is ever going to be like what it was before.
Okay.
A lot has happened between us. We kind of like resent each other, and it's not a nice relationship. It's almost like we work for each other or something.
Okay.
It's more of a business type of relationship.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, kind of based on what you've been telling me. And that's okay if the relationship just can't go back to what it was, then that's okay. But I want you to feel empowered and you to feel strong. And if your parents are ever making you feel small, I think it's important for them to know that. And I'd like to go back to what we spoke about the first week that we met, that I'd love to bring them in and kind of act as a mediator between you, the two of them, and you, and explaining kind of what they could do at home to make you feel better about yourself. So I'd love to always keep that open. I'd also like to ask you just kind of one major question. Where do you see yourself, or what does your future maybe in, let's say, 5 years look like to you?
Well, I hope that maybe I'll be in college. That'd be nice. I've always wanted to go to nursing school. I hope I have my own house again, or a townhouse or something, anything other than living with my parents still. And hopefully we'll be bringing in a bigger income, my boyfriend and I. My relationship will hopefully be better with my parents. Yeah, everything will just be normal, how it's supposed to be.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that you want to kind of almost be normal in 5 years. I think that all of those goals and those aspirations that you see are really, really great, and I really see in our sessions that you are actively working towards those goals, which is really, really huge. A lot of the time people feel that just by coming to treatment, or they want these future things and they don't work towards them, but you seem to be really working towards them. Education, I feel like, comes up a lot when you explain both your future and your goals, and I think that that's really, really great as well. And I don't know if your parents know about it, but I think that that would really make them proud too if you told them. And when you were talking about your parents before, you said you don't think the relationship can ever go back, but that in the future you almost hope that it would be more normal and great. And I think that that's really great as well, because I think that that can help you to work towards building that relationship back. And I think that that's really great. Do you feel like those are achievable? Do you feel like with the right help and services and resources that both I can provide you with, the community has a bunch of resources that I can help you connect with, that it's possible?
Yeah, I sure hope it is.
Great.
It's gonna be hard, I bet, but I don't know, if I really want it, then I have to do it, so.
Okay, well, thank you for coming in again this week. It was really great to see you again, and then we'll see you next week and discuss some more things pertaining to your GED and getting your education started.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.